Before we start writing any kind of Google ad, first we're going to talk about the various components that go into making up an ad. If it helps, do a quick Google search and have a look at an ad. Maybe search for one of your competitors. Type in something that you think a prospective customer for your business might type in to Google. This is going to be a really good exercise that you do over and over again to see how your competitors, both in the location that you're in, but also from around the world, how do they describe what it is that you sell? What do they offer in their ad? Because it's a very transparent world online, so you get to see exactly what all of your competitors are doing and use that for inspiration, and then get somebody banging on the roof above you. So, the components of an ad. Well, across the top of the ad, and we're talking here a Google ad. We're not going to talk about print ads and TV ads, just focus on Google ads. Across the top, we generally have 2 or 3 headlines, and a headline is going to be 30 characters, so it needs to be a succinct, short little message. When we get to writing ads in the next little video, we're not going to try and string these headlines together to create a sentence using 2 or 3 headlines in a row. Each little piece needs to stand on its own 2 feet because Google is going to move these pieces around as it sees fit. So, ideas for headlines might be just the name of your business, the main thing that you want to tell people about your business. What are the main reasons that people come and buy from you? Why do you think you're the best? What do you offer them? Again, is it convenience, speed, price? Hopefully it's a bit more than that, but you get the general idea. Underneath the headline, we have then what's called the description. This is a longer piece of copy. It's actually up to 90 characters in length, and we can show 1 or 2 descriptions in our ad. So now you've got a little bit more room to speak. You've got a bit more room for your ad to talk about some of the benefits of working with you, what it is that you do, why you do what you do, etc. Part of that description, you're going to want to have a call to action, also known as a CTA, a call to action. You might put this in a headline. It's generally going to be towards the end, but it could be at the beginning of your description. So it might be, free in-house measure and quote, or call now for a quote. Speak to us today. Download your PDF now. Watch the video on our website today. You're telling people what it is that you want them to do. The only thing you can't do here is put the phrase click here. Google thinks that's totally redundant and it wouldn't be a good user experience if all of the ads that you saw on Google all finished with click here or all said click here. That's the only thing you can't say. Other than that, you are fairly unconstrained. We can talk about nuance later and some of the rules and the guidelines that Google put out about this. Little things like you can't have an exclamation mark in a headline. You can have one in a description, but you can't have it in the headline. You can't put a phone number in your ad itself. You can show a phone number next to your ad, we'll worry about that later, but you can't actually type a phone number in the description or the headline of your ad. So have a think about the messages that you want to say, and again, don't try anything fancy here, just jot down on your favorite medium, whether that's paper, a whiteboard, a spreadsheet, whatever that is for you, start jotting down some ideas for short little headlines and longer descriptions. You don't have to worry about the exact number of characters yet. Don't be constrained by that, but jot down short ideas and longer ideas for now. Think too about what is it that I want people to do? What is the call to action that I might include in my ad? I'm not going to say click here, but is there something that I can put in my ad that helps people understand and causes more people to do the thing that I want to do? Now, there are a few more bits and pieces to ads, but that's good enough for now. If you think about short little bits of information, longer bits of information, telling people essentially what it is that you want to do, and think about how you are different from your competitors. In fancy marketing terms, that's points of difference benefits or POD benefits. How are you different to all of the other people out there that I could choose? Some businesses will use the year that they started as a point of difference. You know, we've been going since 1973. So what? Unless that really, really matters to your market, and I can't think off the top of my head of a business where that would really matter to me, that they've been around for 100 years or they started 3 years ago, you probably don't want to put that in your ad. Think about this from the consumer's point of view, from your prospect's point of view. What do they care about? You speak to them on the phone all the time. What is it that your prospects care about when they first come to you? What sort of questions do they ask? How do they think about you as compared to your competitors? And what could you use in your ad copy to start to make you stand apart from those competitors? Get writing, and we'll talk about creating your first ad in the next video.